I'd like to touch on the subject of sugar ingestion and the most common problem to our society today, obesity. Why is it that when we have something that's sweet, when we eat some sugar, we feel so good initially, and then we want more? What's going on there? What's causing us to just have something sweet that's small, and all of a sudden our body seems to want to crave more and more until we have what so many people have is an addiction to sugar, which then predisposes to obesity. The way I'm going to discuss it has to do with what actually happens when we eat the sugar. What are we feeding? Are we really nourishing our bodies? Not really. But what we do is we feed microorganisms in our system called Candida albicans. It's actually a yeast. It's a fungus that lives within all of our systems. It should be there in balance in minute forms. It's in all of our system. However, when we consume one piece of sugar, we feed those microorganisms the yeast, or the Candida albicans, and those little critters get fed, and they have now energy to breed and to reproduce and to have an actual party and get real happy, and all of a sudden they want more because now they have energy, so they're screaming out and they're saying, feed us more. And what do they want? They want more sugar. They are not satisfied with a celery stick. You might know intellectually, no, I can't have any more. I'm not going to have any more. I know, oh, my naturopathic doctor told me no sugar. But if you had 100 million billion little babies crying up to you saying, feed me, mommy, you would have to do something. And that's the sugar craving. The sugar craving is because our bodies contain Candida albicans, fungus, and the more we eat, the more we crave. What does that yeast do inside our body? It causes bloating. It causes gas. If we tap on our belly and can feel air, or if we hear the air rumbling, or worse yet, passing gas all day long or belching, it's because we have toxic waste in our bodies that have been they've been produced by the microorganisms that live inside us that don't belong in there, that leave their waste in a gaseous form. These are toxic energies. These are toxic gases. They need to be eliminated. In a naturopathic program, we work to balance the internal flora to make sure there's a good defense system in the body so that when we do occasionally have something sweet or something carbohydrate that's a refined carbohydrate that's just going to turn into sugar, that's going to cause more cravings, we have a defense that's tough inside and says, okay, I took that in, didn't feel so good, I'm going to work it out now. We also, in naturopathic programs, we might, at a certain point in time when the body is balanced, use a substance to eliminate those microorganisms. Why? So that we don't get into a chronic pattern of over-addiction to sugar and refined carbohydrates. We need to keep that normal, natural tendency that we all have. We all go to parties. We're all going to be tempted by alcohol and sugar and breads and sandwiches and things that causes that yeast overgrowth. We're going to do it. We're human. It's normal. It's not healthy, but it happens. It's normal until we've retrained ourselves adequately to know what's the best thing to eat. We're going to be craving the sugar. We must keep our bodies in check so that we don't create this ultimate pathway towards deterioration and destruction and obesity.